Hey everyone, it's Aaron Hughes from FuDog Group, and in this video I'm going to show you my office decor. I just got a couple of new additions to my office, as you can probably see if you have been watching my other videos. So let me walk you quickly through the new additions. So over here we have two books. The top one is the Sales Funnel Bible, which was a book I wrote in like 2000 and somewhere between 2006 and 2010. And then the bottom one here is the Real Estate Investing Copywriter's Playbook, which I think I wrote in maybe 2014 to 2017, somewhere in there. So the first book was, the reason why I'm a little fuzzy on the date of writing it is because it actually started as part of my master's thesis. So I have an MBA in strategy, and as part of that program, you have to write a thesis. So like this kind of heavily researched paper that is some aspect of a business strategy. And the thing I chose to write on, you will kind of laugh at, because if you're in the world of marketing and business right now, it is ridiculously common. It's a go-to word and concept. But back when I was writing this in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there, many people hadn't heard of it before, and that is the concept of the sales funnel. So sales funnel as a concept has been around for a long time, but it was never really popular, never really popularized at all. And so I wrote my master's thesis on the sales funnel and a couple other pieces too, but the sales funnel as a key component of business, as a strategic tool, rather than just a nice to know concept. And so I wrote that for my thesis, and then it became my book. It became that book. I realized I'm like, oh, I am onto something here. This is really a neat concept that no one is talking about. And it's funny because I wrote the book, and all these people that I would talk to about it are like, what's a sales funnel? And so early on, right after I wrote the book, early on, every conversation would have to be, what is a funnel? Now here is why it's important. Nowadays, everyone is talking about sales funnels all the time. And if you're an entrepreneur, you have to say the word funnel, or else maybe you are disqualified as an entrepreneur, it seems like. So nowadays it's such a popular concept. But back when I wrote this, in somewhere between 2006 and 2010, I think I wrote my master's thesis around 2006, 2007, but ended up publishing the book itself around 2010-ish, I think. No one had heard of the sales funnel. So it is a book that kind of walks people through step by step what a funnel is, how to build it, why it's important, and then things, slightly more advanced topics like stages and steps in a funnel, how to move people through, tempo and cadence, the metrics of each stage, how to improve your business based on like these different parts of your funnel. So that's my first book. The second book came out of my work as a real estate investing copywriter, which I was for quite a while. I don't remember exactly when I started, maybe 2007-ish. I started working exclusively in real estate investing copy up until about 2018. And during that time, I wrote the Real Estate Investing Copywriter's Playbook. And that was basically like the step-by-step process of exactly what I do. I didn't hide anything. If you want to know how to write sales copy, go to that book and read it, because I walk you step by step through like how to brand a real estate investing company, and how to write copy, who your target audience is. The truth is, it really is a good standard marketing book for any company, but because I was working in real estate investing, I branded it as the Real Estate Investing Copywriter's Playbook, and I used that book for all of my clients. And now I don't do that work anymore, but the book is still out there on Amazon, just chugging away, helping real estate investors. I'm really proud of that. So those are the two books that I've written under my own name that I published. I do have some other books coming out, so I've left room to add more as I publish them. And then over here is the other big piece. And let me see if I can move my camera a little bit to show you. It is a 4-foot long picture. I think it's 4 feet long and 2 feet tall. And what I love about this picture, I always kind of like abstract pictures a little bit. Nothing that's too like, in my mind, I don't want anything that's just like too crazy, but I want something that is abstract and yet still has a feeling of of like I can see something real in there. So there are some abstract pictures that are just like a splotch of paint, right? Like a you know, Jackson Pollock or whatever, that are just like this weird thing, and I'm like, okay, I don't love that. But this picture, it really speaks to me, and so I got it for my office because of the things that this picture says to me. And so, what are some of the things that this picture says to me? Well, one is the most important one, I think, is the concept of fire, of like the warmth of a fire, and then like the blue, the cool of like the darkness and the cold, and how people are drawn to the fire. For me, fire has been an important concept for many years because it's an acronym for me. For me, FIRE stands for focus, intensity, relentlessness, and energy. And it's kind of an acronym that, for lack of a better word, is almost like a mantra for me. Focus, intensity, relentless, energy. That's how I want to show up in the world. That's how I want to show up with my clients when I had clients. That's how I want to show up with my team as a leader. It's how I want to show up with Mike and Jennifer, the FuDog Group co-founders. And so fire is like how I want to show up at any point in the world. Like when I am running, when I'm going out for a run in the evening, that mantra of like fire, focus, intensity, relentless energy is what pushes me to run farther than I would without that concept. So fire is an important concept for me because of what the acronym stands for in my mind. And so having this picture that is really kind of like a picture of fire is inspiring to me. And then adding to that, kind of layering on top of that, I love the inspiration of how fire, and you've got fire and warmth here, and you've got like cold and darkness out there, and how people are drawn to it. And for me, that kind of speaks to community, and how you can think of like some of these color splotches here are people gathering around a fire or drawn to a fire, as in the way that people might be pulled out of like a cold darkness towards something warm, like a fire in a cave or a fire in a camp, for like maybe an ancient people group, for example. So that, in my mind, speaks to community. And that's something that I'm building at FuDog Group, and that Mike and I and Jennifer and I are also building, not only in FuDog Group, but in some of our other organizations as well, is that sense of community. And then the third way that this picture speaks to me is kind of layered on top of that fire piece, that community piece, and that is that people are drawn out of like the cold and darkness of unknowing toward the warmth of knowledge and wisdom in this community. So I see a lot of things in this picture, and I know not everyone is into abstract pictures, but I love the colors, I love the shapes, I love the meaning of the different pieces like fire, and then the layers of like community and knowledge as well. So that is my office. I'm super excited to have those pictures finally here. And you can't see it here, and I can't really move my camera over there easily, but got another picture over here. It was painted for, it's a hand-painted watercolor of, oh, you know what? I'm going to take it off the wall here. Hang on. This one is a hand-painted watercolor of a forest. So you kind of get the reflection of the window and my ring light there, but there you go. You can see it kind of now. Hand-painted watercolor of a forest. It's been faded now because I've had this picture for 25 years. It was a wedding gift, actually, and painted by a friend of mine named Marie Smith. She and her husband live on the East Coast, and it's a beautiful picture. I absolutely love it. It means a lot to me, both as a just the fact that it was handmade or hand-painted, but also as a wedding gift. So I have it hanging right here. I'm gonna put it here for now. But it's hanging right there, so I see it whenever I'm sitting at my desk. So those are the pictures that I have in my office. How do you surround yourself where you work? Do your pictures, do they empower you, or do they just fill space? So in my other office, before I got this one, I just kind of filled the space with like a couple of whiteboards, which are practical but not as nice and inspiring, and then some other pictures that I had that just kind of I had stuck up there in my office. But here in this space, I want the office of a chairman, of a co-founder, of an investor, someone who shows up every day and leads a bunch of teams, leads a bunch of organizations, and kind of elevates every area of my life. That's how I'm trying to show up in the world. And so I am surrounding myself with pictures, as you've seen, that will hopefully inspire me and remind me of the amazing things that I've done in my life and the great things of where I want to go in life as well. So that's my office. You know what I would love to do? If you took a picture of your office and put it in the comments below and show me your office in the comments. All right, everyone, have an amazing day.